now plugged into the Liquid.
Yeah. I kind of felt the teary vibe a little bit, but I'm not gonna say that.
I just when it comes to those kind of topics, I'm very touchy. You know, I'm very.
I like that. You don't shy away from the question. Like ask it
with death and with stuff like that. Like I want
to out the crib.
That gets me.
I wanted to die at 9 years old.
You guys avoid so many problems. You just communicate about it right away.
We do.
I feel like you don't let it go to sleep. We're talking about it right now.
But it's different because he is the master of I want to shy away from my feelings because he is.
I'm a guy, regular guy.
He's an Aquarius sun. I'm not. I'm a Sagittarius, so it's blunt.
Shout out Capricorns.
You're a Sagittarius?
No one talks about us, but we're lit.
I was gonna say gang,
shout out Cappies right here.
No one talks about Capricorns, but we're lit.
Y'all pretty lit.
Hard-headed.
You could have been a Sag, but it's lit.
I have an Aquarius cusp. My birthday's the 18th.
You're at the end.
I'm at the end. I'm right there.
But you know what's about me and Ishy, and you probably have no idea, but our love, like the Venus, the Venus house, which is the house of love, we both love like Aquariuses. So it's like, that's why it's so complicated.
Mine is an Aries.
You love like an Aries?
Yeah. So it's passionate, but it's very ugly.
Oh boy, you know your houses.
Oh, I know my astrology. You tripping.
Okay, I like it.
You gotta be on that. My rising, what? All that shit. Boy, stop playing with me.
Aries has issues, bro.
Yes, both my parents are Aries as well.
I feel like all signs have their own issues.
No,
but
they
it's
have
strong
severe
suits. Yeah, it's strong suits. It's strong suits.
I mean, it is. I guess you can say it is generalized, but there's certain things that when you look at it makes sense, bro.
Yeah, like it matches.
The alignment of the stars and shit like that has something.
I am complicated. That makes sense.
You're Virgo.
Yeah,
I think I know that.
My moon is Scorpio.
Okay, so
you're. That's why I'm touchy all the time.
So you're a very passionate person.
Very passionate.
Virgo, Scorpio moon. That's very. That's a lot. That's a lot of intensity.
That's Virgo and Scorpio together. Don't mix the two, please. Don't do this.
You got Jennise. That's what it is.
Sugar,
that's
spice,
good though.
Everything nice.
Yeah.
Fucked. I could never avoid a complicated, conversation. I have to be there for it. I'm present for that conversation.
But that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good because you know who else? Nadia is a Scorpio moon.
Okay.
She's like, she's a Leo.
Cool. She's cool.
She's a Leo Scorpio moon.
I fuck with my Leos. I love Leos because we are able to relate to each other.
I like Geminis. No one likes Geminis.
I'm a Gemini rising.
Did you lock the car door?
That's on your mind.
I don't know. You were the last one. I came in front of you. So did you lock the car door?
Oh, I was the last one at the car?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Does it have a beep beep?
Oh, to get the shirts.
Yeah. I came out. I came and then you came out.
Said if I was last, then I know I locked the door.
Yeah.
Then we're good. Yeah. If it was me, we're good.
Yeah. We're already rolling, so just get into it, shall we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna be like, damn, they started off talking about mad astrology shit.
I know.
That's what people gonna be like. All right, this is my type of show. I'm in.
What we got, Yanz?
You still crying? Oh, I see. You had to wipe the laugh.
Oh yeah, how you feel me? Because this might be a podcast, but we got cameras. I gotta be popping.
True. We are on YouTube, guys.
Yes.
And Apple TV.
You know what it is, baby.
Let's get it.
All right, so this is a whole thing that I was thinking about throughout the week. Bad news travels quickly.
Always.
Fake news travels even quicker. And that was the big thing that I was kind of like just thinking about, and I was talking to my friends about it because I think from like the Cardi B situation, with her being like, what is his name? Hey.
Oh,
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. Why were they comparing her to that man? Like,
because about drugging people.
I know, but it's like
there's a difference between robbing somebody and sexually assaulting somebody.
You know what it is? You know what it is? With that in particular, all I see is Bill Cosby drugged girl to rape her.
I can't.
Homegirl Cardi B drugged the guy to rob him. That's the same. The end result was different, severely different.
Same principle.
But it was the same.
Same
it was
principle.
done on the same
It
principle.
was the same principle.
That's what I'm saying.
And I kind of got into, in my Twitter, I was like, it's kind of sad and it's kind of weak how you guys see Cardi B and you're so quick to defend her. And it's like, it was bad. It was bad. It was bummy. And my friend was like, Yanz, but we all come from like different walks of life. And that was a whole conversation in its own.
Right.
Like, she was like, oh, we all come from different walks of life. Like, she just has a different mindset. Like, what I'm saying?
Yeah. no matter the walk of life, the wrong is wrong. Like, what the
It's
fuck?
true. It's true.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like, because just because you were raised there, you can do that? No,
No.
nigga. It's not a separate set of laws for those people.
it's
Like, the
true,
fuck?
but I guess when like when you are in that world, like when you're
And more
when you're
accustomed to
stripping
that lifestyle.
and you're accustomed to that certain lifestyle, and niggas maybe want to fuck you and you don't want to fuck them,
Maybe
and
because you're a
whatever.
stripper. Maybe that's, I don't
Right,
know, plays a
but
big
but
part.
to
It
me,
does.
but to me, it's like I've seen not seen personally, but I've heard of strippers who go into these little private rooms and literally just
Yeah, the
get butt naked and shake their ass for
the champagne
racks.
room.
Like
It's called the
they're
champagne
not
room.
they're not really fucking them.
Yeah,
You know what
no.
I'm saying? Like they're just probably like, and we're all adults here. Like they're probably just jacking them off and finishing them off, and then just butt booty naked, just giving them lap dances, and these niggas is throwing racks, and they're not really fucking them. Now everybody is different, and
course.
everybody gets their money different. But to me, you set your price. Like as a stripper, you kind of set your price. So if the price wasn't good enough, then up your price. Like you stole what, $850 and an iPad and a Rolex or whatever it was that you stole. Like just ask him for the 800 or ask him. And if you can't pay that, then I don't want to
Yeah.
fuck you. Or I don't want to be with you.
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely.
Like that's
Straight
kind
supply
of
and demand, yeah.
that's what it is. And I guess that it wasn't in that situation or in those several situations. Now, of course, there's other whatever people. Again, just people on Twitter or just different people all through online saying like, oh, he was lying about it, or she didn't really do that because whatever. And like there's just all these stories. To me, it's like you have to kind of like do not only just the research, because with that it's a little touchier because it's just like word of mouth and like people actually like giving off certain information and points, but to me, it's like y'all really just can't sit here and like defend, because we have to hold all our women to the same standards. Like we can't talk
we do
about
it for men.
facts. Like we have to hold all our women to the same standards. Like you can't be calling yourself a queen or like saying, that, all of these things high and mighty or looking up to, whomever. And then you want to, cheer on Cardi B for those type of things, or, we're over here listening to, stripes on my ass, so he called my pussy Tigger. Like, it's just certain things. Like, and those things are okay. Like, the song is okay. Listening to Cardi B is okay. But it's not okay to have a certain mindset of like, oh, respect me, go half and half, because I'm a queen and I need a king to hold his side down and da-da-da-da-da. And feel all these things about men, as your equal. But then you hear about Cardi B drugging a nigga to rob him, and it's like, yeah, niggas ain't shit.
And just because she said it has
Guys
to be cool.
get raped
Yeah.
too, and that was a huge thing.
What happened with Terry Crews?
About that earlier
Who's
today.
Terry Crews, the big buff dude. He's like the dancing guy. Was in White Chicks.
yeah.
Terry Crews came out that he was raped at a young age by a woman, and he was laughed at for it. Like, you're a 6'4",
happens,
250
bro. Big ass
pound
boy.
black male.
Big boy.
Because being black also apparently,
It makes you strong.
Yeah,
and
you gotta be
I
super.
feel
You
like-
gotta be a superhero.
Same thing with a lot of Hispanic households and African American households, especially in the Caribbean. Machismo is a real thing. Men
Yeah.
are not supposed to be weak. You're not
Yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to cry.
Macho man
How
shit.
can you be raped if you're a man? Of course you can.
Yeah.
Especially a man of high stature like Terry Crews.
Especially when you're drunk as well.
Yeah.
Right,
They
right.
take advantage.
Like these things happen. Women
I've
take
seen it.
advantage of
No,
men.
I've seen it with my own eyes. I had a conversation prior to this.
You
actually.
like witnessed it?
Well, they confessed to me
Oh,
because
okay.
of what I confess
Got you,
on
got you.
Instagram, but they felt the need to want to talk about it, and I'm like, you know what? A lot of guys are
a man.
yeah, they, what I'm saying? Like, it's not just girls who get, taken advantage of, because I've seen it with guys too. Like, when they're on drugs, especially, girls take advantage of it. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. You're going to provoke a man to hit you if you're going to, you're sitting there, you're beating his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're provoking him. So
Yeah.
is it really his fault in the end? That's the question I'm asking myself. It's like, don't provoke a man, because you never know how far that can get. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Then they want to be shocked when they snap back at you.
Right.
That's a whole other situation.
Yeah.
You can't provoke a man.
Let me move this mic here.
Go ahead.
So that way, So that way. All right, now it's just flopping, looking all kind of crazy right now.
Flobby shit.
I think I just fucked up low-key.
You have to lay down on the table and talk. Here.
Don't forget.
Just when
There you go.
speak into the mic, because
Okay.
I know it. I know it. No, like you feel like you're having a convo, so you talk like
Exactly.
this, but it's like
My bad.
we're talking into a podcast.
This is my universe.
Yeah.
But
Be one with the universe.
going back to like the whole fake news thing, I always tell people, and the thing about Twitter as well, I always tell people when I get into
Crazy.
arguments on Twitter, don't let Twitter be your truth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Tell people that all the time. The best example was these couple, I don't know if you guys saw it happen a few months ago. These couple of kids dressed up as like Travis Scott. He had the same braids as he did, the same choker. They took a picture on a hotel balcony.
Yeah.
Oh, there was this dude. He looked just like Travis Scott from the back. He took a picture with a girl on a balcony. Someone reported it was TMZ. They took a picture from the back
if it
and
was
they
Travis.
See, people. Are
put, breaking
gullible.
news. Travis Scott cheats on Kylie Jenner out with a mistress. And these dudes let it blow up, which is kind of fucked up. But that was their point. It was a social experiment.
yeah.
They let it blow up on the fourth day. They actually made a video on their same channel admitting to, look, this was us. It was a social experiment to let you know how fast fake news can travel.
Yeah.
People are into the Kardashians for whatever. People are into celebrities. They
That
want to
happened
know
with
what they're
Tiger
doing.
too. That happened with Tiger
same
in the
thing.
bathroom. The same situation.
Same situation.
That's crazy because when I saw it, even I was like, "Damn, it looks just like Travis." Though.
You know how many people probably went on Twitter and said, "Fuck Travis Scott. I'm never listening to his music
Quick
again."
as fuck.
And me, you, us, we would think that would have an impact on us, but people think that way. Some people are very simple minded, and that's not something that's bad. Maybe that's what they're exposed to. Maybe that's the only way they know how to think.
Facts.
But it's a situation where fake news travels very quickly,
Super fast, like.
especially when you're a celebrity.
So let's go to the Nipsey thing, right? So
Rest in peace, Nip.
Yeah,
before
rest in peace,
anything.
Nip. First and foremost.
First-
But
R.I.P. That's.
I'm chilling at my parents' crib on a Sunday, and it comes out on Baller Alert that he's been shot. All right, for sure. And it's like, oh, once you hear somebody's been shot, there's only a couple options that come after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, okay, and then it reveals another little comes out.
Literally a few
Right.
minutes later.
Right.
No, comes out. Okay, one of them hit him in the head. Now it's like, okay, it's
Boom.
most likely
Yeah.
he's gonna pass away. Like X got shot in the neck. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if he gets shot in the head, it's like.
And you know what's fucked up? When you hear all that stuff, the next thing you're doing as a person, because this day and age has laid, where's the
Waiting.
video?
Yes.
When you look at the video, you get pissed off like, damn, how the hell can you record someone like
Yeah.
that? But in your back of your mind, as soon as you hear the news, you're searching.
You
Where's the
wanna
video?
see it because you want to see it, and it's like 'cause we're in an age where everything's so accessible. So
That's
it's
crazy.
like
Oh, I hate that.
I know it's crazy.
Fuck,
it's
I hate
it's
it.
it's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But honestly, I can say that I'd rather have it than not have it. I'd rather see it than not. I'm just saying that's me. But it's like okay, so whatever. It came that he passed away, and literally you refresh your timeline 2 minutes later. Already seeing memes about he was coming out with a documentary. All of a sudden, everyone was talking about this
Conspiracy.
documentary. He was gonna come out,
Dr.
and
Sabaya.
nobody. People were talking about it, but nobody was putting it out on Front Street like that.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, he was killed by the government because of a documentary of a whole nother nigga's theory.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like Nipsey's Law.
Right.
It was a whole nother nigga story.
Protect Nick Cannon.
That he was just gonna
They
like.
made the same assumption about Left Eye. Because when Left Eye
Exactly.
passed away, they had said that she was starting to
That's
talk
what I'm
about Dr.
saying.
Sabaya
But
or whatever.
Instantly, they try to make it like, yo, the government's out. Like, yo.
get your
Sometimes niggas is just greasy in the streets.
Yeah, no,
the
it's
government isn't like. They make it seem like the government has a fucking Instagram. It's like, okay, who's
I
popping?
mean, they do.
I know,
They're listening
but
to
like,
us right now.
I know,
Every
but I'm saying
second.
like they make it seem like the government's going through this shit. All right, who's popping? All right, who's trying to change the world? All right, we got to get him next.
You got off him.
And you know
It's
what's
like-
the messed up part? The fact why that was so big a conspiracy is because he's a young, educated black man. If he was any other rapper, because this happens all the
ignorant
time.
shit, yeah.
Oh, it was gang related for sure. Nigga got popped.
Off bat. Off bat.
Exactly what I'm saying.
I had people. I've looked at my timeline with my own two fucking eyes.
Yeah.
People saying 5 in the chest, 1 in the head. That's military tactics. Like motherfucker, when did you go to the military? How you know that's military tactics? Because
They don't
somebody,
even know the 3 laws of government. They're talking about conspiracy.
somebody else.
Maybe the 3 laws of
Because
government.
somebody
God,
else tweeted it,
that's
or you saw an
funny.
article, then you gonna go. You have the balls to go on your Twitter and say that's military tactic proven. How?
That's what. That's what
How?
I'm saying. Like they're so quick to just jump on that was the government shit, and it's like, no, like you understand, we live in it. Like we.
I mean, we are in a
live
black movement era, so
Yes.
that comes.
I get it, but people like how you said it travels so quick and instantly. That's all you see on the timeline. People post on their IG
Yeah,
stories.
one person says it,
The
everybody
government's
follows.
against
Right,
us.
right.
All this pro-black shit. Like, bro,
But let me not be
He
hypocritical.
might have been in a gang. Can we
Right.
not consider that?
I mean, he always- he was open
raps
about it.
He raps about it.
I'm like,
Right.
How can we
and
not?
at that, whether you're in a gang or not, niggas getting shot out every
Right.
day.
Period.
type shit.
For nothing.
Yeah.
Broke niggas
For
with
bread.
nothing.
For bread.
Niggas getting shot for nothing. Like
But-
it's not even to rob them. Like niggas
Right.
are just getting
Yeah.
shot.
Exactly.
Right.
But then look at the other, I don't want to be hypocritical because look at the other side. I can see why people want to
No,
tie
of
it to a
course,
conspiracy.
yeah.
Why? Because you don't want to believe that somebody that was doing that much
Exactly.
good just got taken out like
Perfect.
that.
And he did
Perfect
die.
connection.
He did die,
Yeah.
and nobody knows why or
Yeah,
how.
that's
The
what bothers
doctor-
people. Like, damn.
So-
I want it to be a conspiracy so bad because I want to refuse to believe that a man that
Of
was doing
course.
so well
Could just
got
get
off
killed.
by his own person.
That's sad.
That's
Which-
why they try to tie
which-
it to something.
Yeah,
Which honestly, I feel like that's really what it was.
yeah, more than
Like-
anything.
like
I don't want to believe it.
I
Yeah.
don't want to believe it, but I feel like that's really what it was. Like, kind of looking into like the the different stories on it or whatever, and then this man that just got convicted for it.
Yeah.
Somebody that looked just like him. So and then we don't even have to talk about like stories or different articles. Like his brother, like the people that came and the people that were there, and then his
Yeah.
brother and them that had came after or
Right.
whatever. As soon
Yeah.
as that they got the call, his brother went to the scene as Nipsey was dying. Like he was still there before the ambulance came, held him in his arms as he was like breathing. He said he was heavily breathing through his nose, just looking up at him.
shot in the
Like,
fucking head.
yes, like just, and he was just looking at his brother saying, yo, like you're gonna make it, like just hold
Yeah,
on
yeah.
type of shit. And he said, like with that type of shit, and again, the people that were there, whatever, like this man came, like he spoke to him.
Yeah.
Apparently, he wanted to know whether Nipsey Hussle had ratted him out to the cops or some bullshit. That's what
Yeah,
I.
because Nipsey was
that's
calling
what
him
I-
a snitch or something.
Yeah,
Some
Nipsey
little
called him a
it was
snitch,
some.
yeah.
It was something
Some
related to that. It was like
bullshit, yeah.
rumors
Right.
that the nigga wanted to address. So he goes to him and says, "Hey, look, whatever." And I don't know what Nipsey said, but as a real nigga, I'd be like, "Yo,
Get the
I
fuck
didn't
outta
get the fuck
here."
out of
I'm
here."
dying, nigga.
No.
Before
like
the
before
before
the
that happened.
incident,
Right.
Okay.
before the incident, like the nigga's like, "Oh, did you rat me out or whatever along those
Yeah.
lines?" Nipsey was probably like, "No, nigga," or like, "Get the fuck from by me,"
Right.
like no, or whatever. But apparently, at the end, they shook each other's hands.
There was no trust involved.
I'm sorry.
There's no trust involved there.
Yeah,
Especially
there.
when it comes to gangs.
Yeah,
Never, there's
exactly.
never-
So
there's
it's
never-
weird. It's like weird that it's like they still, they shook each other's hands. But
No.
you're right. It's no
That's-
trust. Like it's
there's
no
never-
love there.
I know.
I feel like the nigga wanted to suck his dick. He was a upcoming.
So SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, he was an upcoming rapper.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
must fuck with
I'm
him.
envious.
You must have fucked with his music.
I'm envious.
You must be
Yeah,
hella envious. He got one of the baddest
Yup.
bitches in the game. Just had a baby.
Type
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
It comes
And
back
you
to
live in
what-
my hood.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
It comes back to what Ernie
came
was
up-
saying.
We
yeah.
came, we were talking about this earlier. We came up on the same. That's why niggas that in your circle hate you the most.
Yeah.
People that came up with the same opportunities you came up with. Same dude that was in your third grade class. Same dude that
Yeah.
failed PE with you. Whoever the fuck fails PE. But same people that did all these things.
Same nigga didn't dress out with you.
Type shit. Now Nipsey, 20 years later, is apart from being a Grammy nominated artist,
Yeah.
it was an independent artist.
Facts.
Nipsey's sales went up 275% since his death. His family's gonna reap all those benefits.
For sure.
Because he
Amen.
was an independent artist.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me?
Let's
so
go.
people that come up with you are the ones that hate on you the hardest. Look at from my Hispanic people, Selena Quintana, the Mexican singer. J-Lo made a movie about
Oh,
her.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
killed by her manager.
Right.
Out of like some envious shit. Someone that brought her up as a girl that thought, yeah, this girl has potential, but when things blew up,
She really
fucked
blew.
when she really blew up, your own people take you out, and
Which
it
was
happens all the
crazy
time.
because
Yeah,
as your
wow.
manager, like, aren't you getting paid?
Like you're
shorty?
success, like you're successful
what?
with me. It's like
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
So that's a completely different
clout.
story.
It's
Like that's
clout.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's all about clout.
Facts. Like
People are envious with clout.
But it's kind of like, okay, if you're the shooter, Eric Holder, right? You're okay. You killed a man, right? And it's not even like you just shot him and ran. Like you came back and shot him again. You know what I'm saying? So
And then
like
you kicked him in the head.
Yeah. So like you wanted him to die.
He apparently
But-
he apparently came back with the gun,
To make
shot
sure,
him.
yeah, he was dead.
Left because he noticed that nobody else had guns. Nobody else that was there
Had
was
a gun,
shooting.
yeah.
So that's why when he shot, he immediately came back, shot him 2 more times. And as he kind of was trying to go leave, he came back, shot him 2 more times. There was 6 shots fired and kicked him. All of that is on surveillance.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so as the shooter, Eric Holder is like, okay, you just killed this man, but
That
like
pisses me
your life is instantly over as well.
The
Yeah.
dude that shot John Lennon said it, you're a nobody until you kill somebody. And I guess that's his 15 minutes of infamous fame. I mean, look at the events that happened after that. He goes to jail. The guy who's representing him was the same guy who represented
OJ.
the prosecution against OJ that failed.
Yeah.
So people tie that to conspiracy. How do you afford such a high profile lawyer?
That's what Yanz was saying.
That's
This
what I was
motherfucker's been on the wrong side of
thinking.
history forever. The lawyer that is.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
taking this case pro bono. who's not gonna want to hear about the Nipsey Hussle case?
Yeah,
You're right.
That guy's
you're
been on
right.
the wrong side of history once before. Of course, and people do this. It's not an extra conspiracy. Lawyers do this all the time.
Yeah.
High profile cases get attention. And he
Fucking
struck out
scrub.
once against O.J. Simpson.
Big strikeout.
Huge. The motherfucker wrote a book talking about if I did it, and you couldn't prove that he did it. So already off the bat,
You can prove that he did it.
off the bat, you're a terrible lawyer, in my opinion.
Oh,
So now
shit.
people see that he retains this guy as counsel, like, oh, it has to be a conspiracy. No, man, people do this all the time.
Niggas get shot in the head every day.
As fucked up as that sounds, people get
it's
shot
just
in the head
every day,
And
bruh.
it just happened to be someone that held that ground, like,
And
oh
that
my
people
God.
love and that put
Yeah.
on for the hood and shit
It
like
happened
that.
to be
It's
that
like
person.
crazy, bro. It's like
Right.
That's not fair. It's
That rapper death has
It's
expected.
never fair. Death is never
Absolutely.
fair.
But this particular death in particular, Nipsey Hussle, has affected so many walks of people,
Yeah.
oh my god.
whether it be other musicians, athletes,
Right.
even people that lived in Crenshaw or that knew the Rolling Sixties. Which
Yeah,
is his gang.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we're talking about what Russell Westbrook did the day after.
Bruh,
20 points,
Crazy.
20 rebounds, 21 assists.
it's crazy.
We're
20
living in the same Tupac and Biggie era right now. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Even
but
people
it's
who didn't
like-
listen to his music.
It's like damn, what was I gonna say, bro? I lost it. But yeah, it's like the Tupac and Biggie shit for real. I feel
Yeah.
like I was telling Yanz the other day, like, no disrespect to Mac or like to XXX or Little People, whoever has passed away, but like
This man is powerful.
this is the biggest artist death that I've witnessed
powerful.
being alive. Like I was probably like one when Tupac and Biggie got killed. Probably.
Yeah.
But that I've been alive to be active in the community and
Yeah,
to see
and, like,
the
mourn.
impact.
And do
This
more,
is the biggest
exactly. Mhm.
death I've seen.
Yeah.
And
For me, the
in
most
worst way.
impactful one was probably Michael Jackson. I think that's the one that people felt the
Oh,
most.
facts.
Michael Jackson, but that's a
Another
whole
conspiracy.
different
'Cause
category.
he's like a pop
Another
star.
But here
like,
we're talking about a dude that came from nothing.
connected to the streets, like put on for his hood.
Yeah.
This man was in an interview in the 90s talking about don't buy cars,
Like
It-
real estate and shit. Yeah.
invest in real estate.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. So it's like
like who is this dude?
I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't even listen to Nipsey like that, but just as soon as I saw the news on Ball Alert, I'm like, I was with my dad. I was with the crib. We at the crib, and it hit me like, wow, bro, like they'll really take anybody out, bro.
Yeah.
No matter what the fuck, whether you're a good guy, bad guy, scumbag,
Doesn't matter.
president,
Family, no family.
anyone can get taken out. So it's kind of like, damn, like at what level of life or what level of success are we safe? That's
No, we're
none.
never
That's
safe.
Never like.
You're always gonna, I guess,
safe.
especially in that lifestyle too. Where
Yeah.
we also talked about this, how Noriega posted an interview after, like, this is why dudes quote unquote sell out. This is why they don't go back to those neighborhoods, because the people that love you the most are the ones that usually take you out.
Yeah.
So when people look at Nipsey, they probably say, yeah, he never sold out, but I bet you can tell you can ask his family, they prefer it if
They
it wasn't
would've-
on that.
They would've, exactly.
Even if, and there's another thing that now they want to change the street where he was named, like Crenshaw, whatever they want to name it, Nipsey
Yeah.
Avenue,
And
Hustle Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a thing that makes a really good point. A guy was like, why change what he was? Like, he
Yeah.
was that corner. He
Yeah.
wanted to put Crenshaw in a different light than what it is. Why change the name? You
And
feel
he
me?
had the street like tatted on him.
Yeah,
Slauson,
Slauson on his
yeah.
back.
It's
Slauson.
Slauson.
Yeah, so why
Slauson.
change? He was that.
Yeah.
So why change that? You
That's-
feel
yeah,
me?
that's a
Yeah,
good
like
That's who
name
he
a, like
was.
name
That's a
the
good point.
park or something.
Yeah.
Name a park after him or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Even back to what like still surprised with like what Jeff Stone says. He's like, I would rather stay broke and create like a community for people to come up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like some shit Nipsey was on.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
the fact
he
that
Jay-Z
that
took
heart.
over it. I don't know if you guys saw
his like
Jay-Z.
funds gave his
Yeah.
kids like 15
Yeah,
mil
little
for the kids
off
fund.
track. Jay-Z has done a lot,
Bruh.
for rap,
That's
and
my
paid
man.
Wayne's taxes.
20,
Got Meek a good lawyer.
got 21 Savage a good lawyer.
Got 21
too.
Savage a
He
lawyer.
be doing a lot of
He
shit,
supports.
bro.
Yeah, he rides for his community for
Hard. And see,
like, super
the
hard.
thing about Jay is like he'll just do shit and like he won't even say he did it.
Nah,
like,
you
it
don't
just,
want that,
He
yeah.
just
Yeah.
does it, and like that's it. Like there's no interview about it. He doesn't
Nope.
go on like social media and say, "Yo, look what I just did." Like he
Yeah.
just does it. Feel me? Because to him, it's like it's just more the purpose. It's not like I'm not trying to get clout over it.
Yeah.
Even though he's like the
He's always
godfather
in the
of rap,
back.
he doesn't
He's
need
always
clout.
in the back, sitting down, watching everybody's moves.
Yeah,
and you
he's
don't
just
hear about
like-
shit till he comes out with it. Like Jay-Z
Yeah.
did that. He named the crayon. What?
the thing about Jay-Z, why he resonates so much with people, is the credibility. No one can say that. Well, I guess you can say it if
Yeah.
you have that opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think anyone that has two eyes and two ears and knows music cannot say that Jay-Z is not a good musician. You might not appeal to his music, but the way he constructs his thoughts, the way he flows, the way
Yeah.
he talks about things, all of these good rappers attribute their skills to Jay-Z. So the
course.
fact that he has that credibility, like
Yeah.
I'm Jay-Z, I was this as a rapper, he can now do what you like in the songs. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
Yeah.
Like he is his own business. You feel me? Like, and he has that credibility. I did it in rap. I put out a bunch of albums. I was doing this shit before, and he's transformed himself. He ain't talking about the same things he was talking about Big Pimpin'.
Straight mogul.
Yeah, he talks about now his wife, his kid. He don't talk about the same shit he did in Big Pimpin'.
Nah, exactly.
Not for nothing, I'll never give my love to a woman. Yeah, fuck that, buddy. If that woman's Beyonce, I would give all my love to that woman. You feel me? He's transformed. He has credibility. So that's why people fuck with Jay.
Super concrete, super Gucci. But yeah, that's that. Sad but true. There's gonna be a lot of Nipsey Hussle situations throughout our life. It's gonna happen a lot of times.
And that's kind of what something that's been heavy on my mind throughout the past week is that exact thing, that we're over here creating like these or going upon these conspiracy theories and creating all this fake news and talking about Dr. CB and all this motherfucking bullshit when we should be addressing gun violence once again for the 48th millionth time. Like this is not a school shooting. It's not. But we literally took out a legend. We took out a massive force, like someone that was actually giving, contributing, and doing good for kids, for people, for elderly people. Like, did you see that video of the guy that he cleans the and he took him to the barber shop.
Hooked him up.
He went to his store. He had went to his store for God knows what, right? He was in his car, and the dude that cleans up,
which he gave him a job,
which he gave him a job
because he owns the whole shopping center.
Yeah, exactly. So he it was kind of like maybe like even preset. I don't think so, but he already had like his boy was like filming his shit, and he kind of went up to the you see the camera goes up to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, how long have you been working here?" "No, I've been working here for years, man. Nip gave me a job, man. I love being here. All I do is pick up trash, man, but I love it, blah blah blah." All this real humble shit, right? And then Nipsey, shakes his hand, or whatever. He's like there. He's in the car and he goes, "Yo, come here, like come over here." Takes him inside the car, rides around the whole day with him, takes him to the barbershop, gets him a fresh fade haircut, takes him to the jewelry store,
gets some tailored suits.
See, I need that.
Went to dinner,
bruh. And I'm thinking the whole time, I'm like, maybe you were already with your boy that was filming and stuff, but I don't think that was premeditated. I think that he actually was just like,
and even if it was,
fuck it, let's go. And even if it was,
that's another, going back to the whole news, that's another error that pisses me off. Like, oh, you're doing a good deed, why do you have to film it? Why does it matter? You feel me? Yeah, maybe they did it. Maybe they did it to film it for clout. Maybe
that's all we got these days. Like
it's a point.
I just want to document it. Fuck. Like,
let me live.
Like, if anything, you should be here with me. Like, why are you judging me from the other side of the screen?
Why you got your phone on all the time? Like, this is never gonna last. Like, can I live my moment, please? Let me document my
however you choose to.
However you choose to do it. Yeah.
I mean, especially with things like that,
right?
I don't know. We've talked about going to a concert. Like,
See,
if Drake is in front of your face, I would literally go from here.
One thing that annoys me is like when people go to concerts and like every 25 Instagram stories of clips of the concert is like, holy shit, I think you could get sued for bootlegging. You feel me?
Or like, did you enjoy any of it? No, I'm gonna watch these videos and that's my concert. For that, stay home.
For that, just stream it on YouTube. Like, I never understood going to an event or wherever you're going and just like recording it.
Yeah, that is a living
It's like, yo, put the phone in your fucking pocket.
Yeah.
The memory in your brain is gonna last way longer than any memory in any iPhone.
And
that's true.
A good percentage is people that want to cherish the memory.
It and like,
but the other big percentages, look what the fuck I'm doing.
Look what I'm doing.
Look what you're not doing. And look what I'm doing. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Look where I'm at.
You can cherish it with a good minute to 2 minutes worth.
One video. The opening act. Fireworks.
Even
boom,
at 30
first song.
30 seconds is a long time.
Some people post every song like, okay, we get it. You're at a concert,
but enjoy the concert.
Enjoy the concert.
You paid to be there.
Yeah, like now all of a sudden I'm going through your stories and now I have to be a Bad Bunny fan because of you.
Oh my god, he did not. He took it there. He done took it there.
Now I'm part of the Drakes and Migos tour. Thanks.
I didn't have to buy my ticket.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, enjoy it. Like you basically bought your ticket to share that with me.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
To rub it in. Rub it in
there. Like, okay, I get it, bro. You're not the only guy who can go on Ticketmaster and purchase a ticket. Yeah. Anyone can do it. Yeah. Nice.
Shout out to the seats, I guess.
Yeah, shout out to the seats, but it's like, I don't know. It's just funny. It's just funny.
Yeah, I guess going back, I guess whether it was premeditated or not, it's just so many, like, it was just so many nice videos that I've seen, obviously, like, he passed. So exactly, now it's like a bunch of things just honoring his, his memory and like his life and stuff. And it's awesome. Like, I look at it and it's weird because it just takes me back to the millionth time. How many people have to die? Like, how many of our favorite artists or just loved ones or whomever has to fucking die for us to like realize that we're out here really hating one another, hating ourselves at that.
And they're still continuing that hate because I saw a post the other day and it's like, oh, are you really a Nipsey Hussle fan? It's not whether we're a fan or not. Like, right. He was a good man.
Right. He was a father. He was a brother.
We're in mourning, and for people to even make up these things is like, oh, well, were you even listening to his music? Like that has no factor in this. Yeah, it has no factor. It does not justify the means. Like, please leave that bullshit in your house. Don't take that shit out in the fucking public. Don't post about it because it's not fair. Right.
Especially in this case where he's making all that money off it. Stream his shit 20 times. Stream it 50 times.
I really have. I listened to Victory Lap.
I'm not gonna lie. I was very ignorant to his music before he made it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say rest in peace,
no,
Nip.
Real Big goes so hard.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, yo, I've fucked with Nip forever. No, I started listening to Nipsey Hussle after he passed.
Exactly.
And I can admit I was ignorant. I should have taken 3 minutes of my life to listen to one song of this guy. And I didn't, for whatever reason, because
there's plenty of artists though. There's plenty of artists that we just don't like. Myself, like now it's like I have Racks in the Middle. I have the Crenshaw album. I have the Victory Lap. I've listened to Real Big 1,000 times. I have within the past few week that he's passed. I really have. But before that, I wasn't. Before that, not one song of his was on my phone, but it is now. You know what I'm saying? And I guess
that doesn't matter though.
And it doesn't matter. And that's exactly what we're saying. If it took that for us now to kind of listen to his music or whatever, well then so be it. Yeah. But like, I don't know. It's just, again, just the fake news and the conspiracy theories and the bullshit that arises from anything. And like people kind of just take this situation and then start creating all this bullshit. I want to say this on air. Okay, Dr. CB was not even a doctor. Okay, he wasn't a licensed practitioner, nothing. Like, he wasn't a doctor. And the only reason that he won the case against the state of New York back in whatever the fuck year he had that case in the 80s, right? The only reason that he won that case was because there was no proof that he was prescribing any medication or was legally prescribing anything to anyone. Okay, he was an herbalist. Okay, I'm sorry.
Everyone is today, apparently.
Facts. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, Nipsey Hussle, they wanted to kind of bring some, shed some light onto what he was doing. The fact that he was a herbalist, the fact that he was quote unquote curing certain things, but whether he had the cure to AIDS or not, that is not the fucking, it's not the point. And trust me, if he did, it wasn't a fucking liquid potion in a fucking bottle that you just took and magically you don't have AIDS anymore.
Like some
That's not how the shit works. You feel me? So it's like we're really out here like really just latching on. He had the cure to AIDS. Like, shut the fuck up. That's not what we're, and it makes me so passionate because, and I was talking to my friend about this too. And it's like, it's so crazy. Like, we're really out here just addressing the wrong things and talking so like, because he, again, the conspiracy
like if they
theory.
live with the man, like was you his roommate, right? Or just talking this
or just addressing like the wrong things, like, he, the guy had the cure to AIDS. Look up Dr. CB, look up the freaking case, look up what he was, what Nipsey Hussle was even looking like.
Theory.
Don't let Twitter be your truth.
Don't let be grounded in your own truth. Exactly. Like, you need your own truth. Like, you're really out here like, look, even and I say this again.
Shout out
and I'll say this again. Well, no, I was talking to my homegirl. Shout out Reina Noriega. But I was talking to her, and it's so crazy because she said it, and I said, I kind of said the same thing, and I'll repeat it. Like, even me, bruh, my Twitter I can say is A1, and my social media be A1 because I'm just I'm very real on there. I watch my steps. Absolutely. I watch my steps. I watch what I fucking put on there because y'all ain't getting everything. I'm letting you know what I want you to see.
Off the rip.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But it's like, even me, if I post something, you agree with it, take what you like, run with it. You might see something you don't agree. Guess what? I'm fucking human.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Not everything I say is the truth. Not everything I say, it's my opinion 9.5 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And the worst part is when they come to your Twitter to say you're not right.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are you here?
Feel me?
Go to the person's
feel
Twitter you
that.
agree with. You see, in my
feel
mentions,
that.
I'm all open
Yeah.
to dialogue.
Yeah.
Constructive arguments. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm all open to that. Like
Yeah.
when I don't want to bring it to this because this shit is always a huge issue. But when the fucking election rolled around, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram was a mess.
Yeah.
Was as the night winding down, as Donald Trump got closer to winning, Twitter blew up.
Yeah.
Like that shit exploded.
Yeah.
And a lot of friendships and ties were severed because of what people were posting. You've known this person your whole life, and I get it. You don't like Donald Trump. You don't like what he represents. You don't like this candidate. You like the other candidate.
Yeah.
You've known this person your whole life.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're not able to communicate your differences with a person you've known your whole life
No, that's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
because of 10 people on Twitter said, fuck Donald Trump. You know what? Fuck Donald Trump. You're right. You feel me? Like you've had connections with people your whole life and you're
Yeah.
letting the internet be your truth. And I
Yeah,
think that's such a
right.
big issue. Whether it be something that you're passionate about or you're not, your first inclination is, well, I read this on Twitter. Guess what? Not everything you read on Twitter is
of
fucking.
course, man. This shit is just like
It's crazy.
it's like it's just so crazy. Like how I said a few episodes ago, how media this day and age really like controls what the fuck's going
And
on.
it really
bro.
could be
It,
like a good or
controls-
bad thing.
And like
Entire
it
life
like
sometimes.
controls every next episode of every radio station.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, bro. It's like I don't know. Anyways, Jennise, are you usually the first person who tells the person that you love them in a relationship?
I'm actually never that person.
Really?
You know what?
What's your sign again for the
I'm
record?
a Virgo. A
Nice.
fucking hard, stubborn Virgo.
Okay. So you've never told a guy you loved them first?
First, no.
Ever?
I wish, yeah. You know
I want to
what?
call a little
I've
bullshit.
Never, no,
see,
I promise.
I see a little love you in the eyes.
Seriously? No, I mean, I've agreed to it. I do love you, but I've never.
I've
been one-
agreed to it. Okay.
I've agreed.
So
Yes,
you've never had someone say I love you and you don't say it back?
No, yeah, no. He's saying, have I said it first?
I know what he's saying, but I'm saying,
Oh.
have you ever had
No,
someone
yeah,
say
yeah.
I love you and then you not
No,
say it back?
I do say it back.
Did you
but
mean
You say it
that's
back all the
thing.
time?
I've never said it first though.
Okay,
is
so
that a problem
do
I
you
have?
say it back?
No, that's cool.
Do you say it back even if you don't mean
There
it?
you go.
No, I mean it.
When you say it back, you mean
I
it.
would never say if I don't mean it.
So then why don't you say it first?
Boom.
Ooh,
Because
that's
that's
boom.
the thing. That's why I think that's a personal issue that I have. I'm always burying that deep inside of me. You get
Right.
me? Like, I feel like it's not too good to be true. You get me?
Right.
Like, it's always like
You don't want to like scare them off.
yeah. No, I scare myself off.
Oh.
I scare myself off. I'm
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always
Yeah.
having these conversations with myself, and I always catch myself having these conversations. And it's like, why am I having these conversations? That's not normal. But it's because of what I've been through. Obviously, it's so I'm fucked up mentally. Honestly, that's all I can say.
There's like that terrible stigma out there. Whoever loves more loses.
Oh.
That's
that's
me.
so
yes,
like-
yes.
I mean,
And I,
I
love
guess.
hard. When I love hard, and that's
Right.
what I'm afraid of that shit because I love so hard. It's like no one can ever reciprocate that feeling, that energy,
Yeah.
and like that's what I don't believe. And it's fucked up to think that way because I know if I'm able to love like that, there's someone else that's able to love me like
For
that.
sure, because I feel like the person. This is just my personal, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the person who says I love
Watch
you.
what you about to say.
Nah.
Let me hear it. I gotta hear
This is like episode 50. I done said all kind of shit already. You feel me? I'm saying like I feel like the person who has the balls to say it first, even if it's the first time you ever
Right.
say it, kind of always is the person who's gonna end up loving more.
Really?
You get what I'm trying to say?
See,
You know-
and it ends
Quack.
up.
It sounds like a quack.
Ironically, it ends the opposite way
You think so?
for me.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
yeah.
I don't think it
All
matters.
I said
who
was
says
it was a
first.
personal. I never said this was
I
facts.
never said that.
I never
To
put
me-
it on
To me,
Twitter.
it doesn't matter who says
I
it.
didn't tweet it, so it's not true.
Because I can agree with Jennise. I feel like I have had people tell me that they love me and I don't say it back immediately. Not
Yeah.
because I don't love them,
gotta think
but
of
because
it.
I'm scared to. But because I think
gotta-
about it and I'm just like, wait, well, I love you, but do I really? And how?
Yeah, I
and,
have to really mentally process that.
Right,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
and
yeah.
I guess just how you said, like scaring yourself off. So it's like the process almost of like manifestation. So it's like, all right, if I do say I love you back, now I'ma really love you, and now
we in this together
now we're in this
forever.
together, and now I'm gonna have to say it again, and I don't know how I feel about all that. So it's just like a whole. Now it's just like a whole
That's a
process.
known fact. That's a known fact from my perspective.
Ernie, do you always say that you love them first, or do girls tell you that they love you?
I mean, well, when I went to school, I studied communication.
Ay.
So I'm huge on communication.
Okay.
I like nonverbal because I think the way you say something tells me more than what you're saying.
The
So
way you
I
say
hate when people try to communicate me via text.
Yeah.
Or not in face.
Ew.
Because if
If they send you I love you through text, please don't tell me that shit.
no, I mean, I'll say it back because if I mean it. But the thing is, when you want to have a genuine conversation with me, whether it be about love or anything, if I ask you something over text, what happens? You have time to sit down, think, and then
And
say
lie.
what you want to say.
And lie.
You might have that lie in your head in person, but off the rip, I'm gonna know if you're being sincere. Or
Yeah,
not
you can tell.
by the
But
way I'm asking you
sorry,
something.
I'm not big on text communication at all.
But me, I've said I love you first before.
Yeah, I feel
It's worked and it hasn't. You feel me? And I think in this day and age, that phrase "I love you" is thrown around so much.
yeah.
Like I see people on Twitter talking, "Oh my god, girl, I love you."
No.
Like, oh my- no, you don't. Like, you don't. Like, oh, you feel me? Like, no, I don't feel you. Like, you get me? No, I don't. Like, I really don't.
Explain.
Yeah, like explain yourself. Like, I love you. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't feel, bet.
Prove it.
Damn, that's
I need proof.
Some shit I read the other day. I love you is different than typing in love you.
It is the way you say it, and even how you spell it out. Like if you're not gonna spell,
I've heard
I
that
love
too.
you.
I've heard that too.
Don't,
I've heard that
don't
too.
send me no L-U-H bitch. No, that ain't love.
I love
That's
you.
love.
I love
you,
girl.
That's some fake shit.
I love you, girl.
I love you.
But I think this, and it's also a lot of shit that we listen to. Believe it or not. Like the music that
music, yeah.
even
Yeah, yeah,
music
yeah,
and shit
yeah.
that we see
It
movies.
does.
We see about the dude that has a bunch of girls that falls from one girl that fucks him up. So now he has to be a fuckboy because that's what he's been exposed to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You feel me? And
Yeah,
that's on
yeah.
every song that we talk. Like R&B. Back in our day, it was cool. Music made it cool to like somebody.
Yeah.
Like it made it cool to fuck with a shorty. Like damn, like the song "Shorty" by Plies. That was a cool song.
Yeah.
Like "I'm Sprung" was a cool song. Like damn, I really like this girl.
Yeah.
Now all the music tells you the complete opposite. Do not fall for this girl. The woman movement now, which is, let me tell you something about women music, especially in hip hop. It's as big as it's ever been. With Nicki Minaj, The Stallion, Cardi B,
yeah, definitely.
Young M.A., which is also female. She's the
We're a threat.
hardest one.
That's why we're a threat.
It's
to
as
these
big as
niggas.
it's been now.
Fact.
It's huge. It's huge. But it's, I don't want to say it's sad because men became popular of the same shit. Drugs.
Wow.
Of course.
All the
of course,
music on
of
the
course.
cars
That
they
needs
make.
to stop, by the way.
But
I'm
that's
putting
all
it
the
on
image we
here.
put-
That
that's
needs
all we
to
talk about
stop.
now.
Put an end to it, please.
Yeah.
The gun violence in these songs is the reason why we're still out here killing each other.
It's normalized.
You're rapping
now,
about
you feel
it
me?
every single day.
Normalized. It's like we're numb to it.
And half the people that rap about it don't actually
So
mean that
fucking
shit.
cap.
It's all cap.
So much.
Yeah.
Cap.
I don't wanna say
Right,
it's
they be
all
like,
cap,
I got
but
30 guns. Where, bitch? I went to your house. I saw only donuts. Where is your
I saw only donuts.
For people out
Where
there,
is your gun closet?
the
Please tell me.
little disclaimer for people out there making music.
Yeah.
If you're not really about what you're rapping about, just look at Tekashi 6ix9ine example. Better than anybody.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
You were
Great
actually pretty hood, I guess. You were actually doing your thing.
Yeah, I
But you
guess.
wanted people to believe you so bad that you had to talk about it all
And
the
now
time.
you're in jail.
Talk about it in music. Talk about it with your management team.
Yep.
Do this, do that. And now nigga, you facing 47 years now.
That's
That Rico charge is
for-
serious.
that's
When you
that
come out,
shit.
you about to be 69. Like no, like that's you about to be 69
Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
Like you
yeah.
feel me? Like just don't do it.
You know it's bad when you can't even bail out.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
you know you're at.
That man gave up his whole bank account. And they said 1.2 mil. They said
It's not enough.
fuck no, baby. Said no.
Not enough today. Not enough.
Don't need a little more than that.
Yeah. All right. So
We got all the proof.
before we wrap up, I want to go back to my point about the.
You have points?
I know. Always at the end, right at the end. Like I feel like what I said about the person who says it first. I just feel like I don't know. Probably not in every scenario. You're the one who loves harder, but it's like if you like, I guess, have the balls to say it first. Like, you know what? I don't care what she says back or he says back. I'm gonna tell her how I feel. I feel like that's the person who's like, I don't know. The feelings are always kind of stronger.
Not really.
I know,
I
but
don't
I'm just
agree either.
saying. It's just a little
You know what
point.
it
Give
is?
me a chance, bro.
Nah, you know what it is though? It's the fear of not saying it that makes them say it. It's the chance I'm missing out on. That's why I need to say it because I might miss
Because she
a
might
chance.
just love me back.
She might
right?
love she might love someone else. That's what it
Oh,
is.
What kind of life are you
Preach.
living,
You
Jennise?
see? No, she's a real ass bitch. That was actually a great point. I couldn't have said that better myself.
Why your face look like that? Though?
Yeah, she got mad. Really?
Because you know why? Because I have all these great notes on fake news, and he want to talk about
Yeah.
whether he said I love you first or not.
I was just bringing something up.
We're touching on a genuine
Because-
subject. Let's switch
because to be honest,
Yeah.
because
I'm
to be
kidding.
honest, she's completely right.
Yeah,
I feel
no,
like
honestly.
I
It's
feel
the fear
like
of missing
Someone's
out.
gonna hear this episode and gonna be
You
like,
ever heard of
"Ish,
FOMO?
I feel
The
you."
FOMO. That's very popular. Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
That's what
But
motivates everyone.
I tend to, I don't want to say agree with Ish, but I think it does have to do with like a masculine thing versus a feminine thing.
Maybe, yeah.
For men, it's always been constructed. Do not feel as much. My dad once told me, my own father, who's been married to my mom for 20 something years, once told me, as soon as your other person knows that you love them more, you're done.
Yeah.
You can both love each other, but as soon as your partner knows that you love them more than they love you,
I don't let them see
you're
that
done.
shit.
People don't like to see
I don't
that.
want to be done.
But love is supposed to be vulnerable.
wanna be done.
You feel me? You're supposed to be
Exactly.
vulnerable when you love somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
When you love someone, you don't love them for for all the positive things about them.
No, it's
You're
the
wi-
negative shit.
You love someone because you're willing to put up with their negatives. Everyone loves a positive about everybody.
Amen,
course.
I'm glad you said that.
Everybody loves a
Oh my
positive about
God.
everybody.
That's good shit.
The
That's
reason
good
why
shit,
you
Ernie.
love somebody is because you know their negatives and you don't want to change their negatives. Maybe you want to help them progress in some of their negatives.
Exactly.
But you accept them for it. You're
And
not,
I had a
you feel
homegirl,
me?
you know what?
That's a great
I'm
point.
glad
That's how
you
you-
said that.
That's a
like
great point.
almost selfish.
That's a great
I
point.
had
Yeah.
a homegirl express to me how much she hates someone, but I'm like, but you love them because you're still around. You're sticking to it because you want to put up with his negatives.
Shout out to Big Sean. Women only say I hate you to the men that they love. You gotta hate someone. You gotta
Big
love someone
Sean,
before
where
you
you
can hate them.
at? Come here.
Yeah, you can't just straight out hate somebody.
You gotta love someone before you can gently hate them.
Yeah, you can't just hate somebody like
The expression "I love you" is just as powerful as "I hate you."
same as that.
You
thing.
feel me?
is,
You
no.
can't hate someone
You
without
can't,
loving
without
them.
love, exactly.
I feel that way
Yeah,
personally.
100%.
You can
100%.
dislike someone, you cannot fuck with someone,
Yeah.
but for me to say I hate you,
No, that's
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
powerful
All right,
word.
so for the record, Ernie had a better point than me, but we're on the same.
For the record,
Well-
only say I love you if you mean it.
That's it.
if
there you go. That's all
genuinely
we.
mean it.
That's the
It
bottom.
doesn't matter.
That's
It doesn't
it.
matter who says it first
That's
or
the
who
bottom
says
line.
it later.
That's the
I
bottom
think
line.
even if you say it second or third, I think that
fourth.
She
or
said
fourth.
third. Shout out Lou Will.
I think that even if you say it after or you're not the person to say it first, I think that you can still end up falling harder for that person than the
Yeah.
one that said it before you. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's facts, that's
I
facts.
think only say I love you if you mean it.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Only say it if you mean it, and first, second, or third party, whoever that may be,
Or
in your
fourth.
life, or fourth
Or
party,
fifth and sixth.
What-
Now it's a fucking party for real.
It's Jennise, thanks for coming through.
No
we
problem.
appreciate
I
you.
appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you
she
very
made
much.
it in the nick of time.
Yeah, you can definitely
I
come
was
back.
like,
You
I
come back
gotta
on the show whenever you want. You excellent.
Yes.
I'm valid. Okay.
Yes.
Don't believe everything on Twitter, y'all. Don't believe everything on Instagram. They
And
could
don't
lead
believe
you
it when
the
they say I
wrong
love you
way.
first.
And don't lose a friend just because they believe in Trump. You feel
Or
me?
they
That-
have
you
different-
feel me? Respect
Exactly.
everybody for their views and shit. Especially
Everyone
if it's your
has
boy.
their differences. Let's all get along, man.
Rest
Oh.
in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Rest
Go
in
ahead.
peace, Snips.
Rest
And
in peace, Snips.
Sabai does not have the
and
cure.
if you're
Yeah,
listening
he's not
right
a doctor.
now, just
He's not a doctor.
don't forget they're having a memorial service for Nipsey at 6 today in Wynwood.
Hey, so right now, literally,
Right? Yeah. Probably. What time?
it's 6:04. Yeah,
I mean, even though
we-
I think we're kind of living in the future, but that's good information. Are you gonna be there?
Yeah, my friends want me to go. I'll probably, go through, but I have to check in because it is 6 o'clock right now. So I don't
Is
know
it? Oh,
what's
shit.
facts. So it's the liquor, y'all. Till next time, stay blessed.
Never stressed.
Well, a little stressed, but always more blessed. I know what it is. Man. It's just,